Hello there, welcome to Dirt Cheap Preps. This is our first video on this channel, so I appreciate you stopping by. I want to welcome everybody to the new channel, and I want to ask one favor for you. If you will please share this video. And I normally don't ask that, and I normally won't ask that, but this is our very first video, brand new channel, so we need to get our name out there. And the only way I know to do that is to ask you to share. And I appreciate it absolutely for everybody who shares this content. So as I said, we're a new channel, and what the goal of our channel is we want to help people, because there's a lot of prepper channels out there that I like to call commercial prepper channels, and they always got tons of stuff for you to buy so that they can earn money. And while I'm obviously going to show you things that you can purchase, and yes, I will give Amazon affiliate links to make it easy for you to find the items, you're under no obligation, and our most important goal is to show you the inexpensive ways of being able to achieve those goals. The other thing is a lot of the prepper, the commercial prepper community, they like to overlook the disabled individuals or the folks that can't quite do what a lot of other people can do. We're not going to do that. What we are going to do is come together as a community and try to help solve people's problems when they run into something because they're differently abled and maybe they can't do this, maybe they can't do that. So hopefully we can build a community here, community of people that want to help one another, want to help come up with some solutions, and that is our goal. So our first video is going to be about light. And as you can see, I have got a number of different lights set out in front of you. Light is a very important prep. In fact, I would argue that light is the most important prep, because if you don't have light, well, how are you going to be able to make food? If you don't have light, how are you going to be able to help somebody that's in a medical emergency? You're not going to, because you need that light. Light is very important. In fact, light is so important, it was the very first command the Creator gave in the Bible. He said, "Let there be light." And if that isn't enough evidence, Hanukkah, which is actually being celebrated right now, it's Christmas today. Merry Christmas to those who celebrate it. Happy holidays for those who celebrate that. Happy Fat Guy bringing you a bunch of stuff if you prefer. I don't care. I just hope you had a wonderful day today. But speaking of Hanukkah, one of the things about Hanukkah is that they thought they only had enough purified oil for their lamp for one day. But the problem was they needed the lamp for 8 days. But somehow, miraculously, they had enough oil for the lamp. We could talk about the three virgins and trimming their wicks. We could go on and on and on, historical references, including biblical, on how important light is. So finally, I've got one more, and this is the biggest convincer of why light is important. When I was a kid, my mom told me I was special and I was just as bright as all the other kids. Okay, I lied about that. My mom never told me that. Let's go ahead and dive into the lights here. First off, I have a Coleman dual fuel lantern. Now, I love Coleman lanterns. They are incredible lanterns. The fuel in them will last for a very, very long time. In fact, I have told on the news channel about how I've got a Coleman dual burner stove that was gifted to me, and the thing sat, and I can't remember exactly how many years, it was over 10 years, the thing sat on a shelf in a shop and never touched, and I literally just pumped the thing up and lit it. So, you know, that's over 10 years that fuel lasted and was able to be used in that stove. Yeah, it does make it smell a little funky, but it still works. So Coleman fuel stores very, very well. And it's pretty inexpensive, especially if you buy like the off-brand, I believe the name is Crown. You can get it at Walmart for pretty cheap. Last I knew it was like $8 a gallon. Not too awful bad. And these lanterns are pretty efficient. Now, if you do want to get a Coleman lantern, this particular model is really expensive. It's like $159, okay, but it comes with a case with it. but it's like 159 bucks. I'm not going to put the link to this one in the description because it's 159 bucks. What I am going to do is put an affiliate link in the description for the Coleman Powerhouse dual fuel lantern that right now is selling for $99.99, so save yourself 60 bucks, but I don't think it comes with the case. So if you're looking for the one with the case, then it's going to cost you 60 bucks just for that case. It's really not that great of a case. So anyway, I will have that link down in the description. This is a wonderful solution for light, but we're going to show you how to make your own here in just a moment out of what items I have here. Next up, I'm going to show you this lantern here. This is just a generic lantern. This isn't some expensive brand name or anything like that. This is just a generic, and I call it a lantern, generic headlamp, I'm sorry. And it runs on dual 18650 batteries that were included. So this is another form of light here. And you can recharge it. There's the charge port. Not a bad little light. I've not had any problems with it. I like it. These here, and I'll leave, again, I'll leave an affiliate link, $18.99 for this. So not bad. It's a cheaper solution than, say, buying something from ThruNite or Olight or Oh My Gosh Light, you know. So we've got that. Now, this here is a Boulder. It's by Anker, right? The same company that makes these power banks here. Anker, it's a Boulder LC90, okay? And I'll leave an affiliate link for it. Right now these are $29.99. I will tell you with these that after a couple of minutes or so they get a little dimmer because like a protection circuit, an overheat circuit kicks in so that it doesn't burn anything up. So you know, it doesn't stay at 100% full brightness forever. It does have a couple minutes or so, and then the light will slightly dim. It's not horrible or anything, but I'll let you know about that just because, you know, others wouldn't. But $29.99, that's a lot cheaper than some of the big name lights out there. And it is one of the reasons I like this. It does take an 18650 battery, but also you just plug a USB port. Try to get it on camera there. You just plug a USB cord. Sorry, it's got a port right there. You just plug a USB cord right into the bottom of the lamp there, or the flashlight, and you can charge it. So I really do like this Anker Boulder LC90. It's a decent lamp, flashlight, whatever it is. It's a shiny, bright thing. Okay. So, lastly, on other types of light than what I'm going to show you how to do here, I've got these little keychain, USB keychain lights, and these things are really cool. I love these, and I did find some on Amazon. I'll put a link below, and these you can get 5 of them for $14.99. 5 of them for $14.99, and they're dimmable. These things are pretty cool. Let me show you. Here, I'm going to turn my power bank on, and I'm just going to touch that. They're touch sensitive, okay? And so if I wanted to dim it, I just touch it and hold it until it's where I wanted, and then I let go. And if I wanted to brighten it back up a little, touch it, hold it, brighten it up, let it go where I want it. If I wanted to shut it back off, I just give it a tap, and it will softly shut down. Cool little lights, and these things take virtually no energy. In fact, a lot of the power banks won't even stay on with just one of these lights going because it draws so little it doesn't think there's anything being pulled from it, so the auto shut-off kicks in. So, cool little lights. They're actually worth their weight in gold, in my opinion, which wouldn't be much because they're real light. But anyway, so now to the moment you've been waiting for. All I have here, this is cotton wick for making candles, okay? And you can get, let's see, I think it's number 24, braided cotton wick, 200 feet of it for $10.95. I'm not kidding, I'll leave the link down in the description. 11 bucks. You know how many candles you could make with 200 feet of wick, right? A lot. So what I'm going to do is first of all, I'm going to cut me a little bit of this off here. And that way we can get the rest of it out of the way. And all I'm going to use is just what you see on the table. What tools you see on the table. And of course, the way I'm holding everything. Cut my finger off on camera. I'll teach you how to sew up a finger. After I YouTube it and learn myself. Alright, so we've got a piece of wick here. Now all I'm simply going to do is take a little bitty small screwdriver. You can use a nail, you can use screw, anything that you can find. But the trick is the size of your hole. You don't want your hole too big because then the wick's just going to fall, right? You don't want it too tight because then it's not going to allow the oil to get up to the wick, okay? The other thing you want to do is if you have any type of plastic or something like that on the inside of your lid, you want to remove that, okay? So all I'm going to do, I'm going to take this, I'm going to make me a hole. One more there. And that looks pretty good to me. Not perfectly centered, but hey. So I'm just going to take this wick and pull that out of the way. And I'm just going to start feeding it down through there. And once I get it started, then I can just pull it through from the bottom. I'm pretty sure that my hole is big enough to do this. And you can ream the hole out a little bit if you can. Just be easy because, like I say, you don't want your hole to be too loose. And for the wick here, you don't want it to be too loose because you don't want it to just fall in. So let me. I've almost got it. I've almost got it. Almost. And see, we ain't going to edit this out or anything like that. And the reason why is because this is life, folks. This is life. And if I have problems, I want you to see what problems I have. Because I want you to see how I fix them. And hopefully that'll help you fix your problems. Okay. Come on, get in there, be nice. See, it's not, stop resisting. Stop resisting. I'm going to have to go get a nightstick or something and start beating it. Stop resisting. Okay. Got it. And that's actually, I made that a little too loose. So just work with it. Probably need to cut a little bit off there so it's not so frayed. We don't want it to be afraid, so chop that off like that. Pretty simple. Like I say, that is a little loose for my liking, but it'll work. It'll work. So this here is just vegetable oil, okay? Post SHTF, you'll be able to find some type of petroleum, whether it's vegetable oil, whether it's motor oil out of a car. No matter what, you're going to be able to find some type of petroleum somewhere. And you just put that in your jar, just like that. This is just a repurposed onion powder jar. And I'm just going to set that wick down on in there, just like that. Push that down there a little bit. And then a little secret here to be able to get things going is I'm going to turn that upside down just for a moment. Get that oil up on there a little bit because you don't want that wick to be completely dry when you first light it, because otherwise you'll just burn it. You don't want to burn the actual wick, you want to burn the oil that's on the wick. Okay, that is pretty sufficient, I believe. And then now lastly, let me grab something to wipe my fingers off here. Lastly, we are going to light our candle. maybe. And there you go. And I honestly couldn't tell you how long that would last or anything like that. I honestly couldn't tell you. But this is a really inexpensive way you can go about creating light, and it'll work very well. It'll serve you very well. And all you have to do, you should, in your EDC, have some type of a multi-tool. So that should be already on you. It's not very hard. Oop, I obviously, hang on. See, I didn't have enough oil. Let me show you again. Let me get to a spot that's got oil. Okay, that's got oil. Because I want you to see that this works. This isn't a gimmick or anything like that. And I'm sure many of you know it's kind of not rocket science here. But I do want to make sure that you know that this is legit. But if you don't have that hole, if that hole is too tight, you're going to have problems with that too. Mine's not too tight, it's actually a little on the loose side. So we'll try that again on a spot where we know there's oil. So anyway, there you go. There you have it. Once again, I know I've got oil there. So anyway, it's an inexpensive way, and you should already have a multi-tool in your EDC, okay? That should already be a part of it. And it's easy to find a nail, screw, whatever. I'm going to actually blow that out before it sets off the smoke detector. Didn't think about that. So, and it will be really easy to make with just simple multi-tool with screwdriver, nail, screw, whatever it is that you can find to poke a hole. Of course, a lighter to light it. But this, if you don't have this, that's going to be the problem. And if you happen to be caught without anything, well, if you could find an old shoelace or any type of cotton type of string, you will be able to provide yourself with wick material to be able to make one of these. But now that it's drawn it up a little bit, we'll try it again. Pretty well done with the video, so if the smoke detector goes off, I can just wrap it up. So anyway, there you go. Okay, I paused the recording and restarted because I'm sure you didn't want that loud noise in your ears. So anyway, I think this pretty well wraps it up. Like I said, I'll put all the links down in the description. I hope you enjoy our new channel. I know that this wasn't anything super spectacular or anything like that, but this is what I had to start out with. Yeah, I really wanted light to be the very first thing that I covered. And with that, I am going to get out of here. I hope you all have a wonderful day. I hope your holidays have been wonderful. And shalom.